Hey Megan, this is John West Coast Connects. We reached out and spoke with Kate, promised this free video, so here it is. I'm going to keep things really short and sweet. Just want to show you 3 tips that you could do to potentially increase your traffic online. So with that, let me get started. You guys are doing a lot of good things here. You got your contact us button, your click to call. You have a real quick, easy way to get to your locations and your contact us page. You have the virtual chat here in the corner. So a lot of different ways to convert, which is great. There's a lot of things you have going on here that is pretty good. I did notice that there wasn't a ton of content on the home page. That's not necessarily a huge factor, but I usually like to recommend that you always have more content than your competition. So, if say you're wanting to rank in Fort Lauderdale, I know you guys are in Davie and Lehigh, but Fort Lauderdale is relatively close to you. And if you wanted to rank here, looking at like Tiger Team's site, they have a little bit more content throughout their site. So usually I typically say go after, make sure you have more than your competition. But and typically Google likes about 1,500 to 2,000 words on the homepage, and there's a lot of things that you can do there to hide it. You can do accordion menus, drop-down menus, basically. But it's a good idea to have a lot of content throughout your site, specifically on any page you're wanting to get ranked. So your home page, definitely any of these service pages that you have. Content's always my number one, like content's such a huge factor that I always say add a lot of content, make sure it's good quality content because it'll help you get ranked higher. It'll add to the amount of keywords that you're being found for. So, that's always a plus. And you are being found for 503 keywords, so that's great. A lot of it has to do with like hurricane in your name, right? You have your name and then it's like how to hurricane proof your roof and stuff like that. But there's not a lot in terms of finding yourself for like those location specific areas like Davie or Lehigh Acres. Even if you go, depending on if you go to Fort Lauderdale or what your service area is, you don't have, you're not ranking on a lot of those keywords. In fact, if I put in Davie here just to show you kind of, the roofers, Davie, Florida, you're on the middle of the second page. Town of Davie inspections, I'm not sure if that works for you or not. You're at the bottom of the third page here, fourth page. So, you're just not ranking high enough. So one of my tips would definitely be to add location specific pages. So you can add those in the footer, you can have them down here, you can add them anywhere in your site to where you're linking, you can even add, like locations here and a drop down menu of pages that, of cities in which that you service and work. And it should allow you to start ranking for some of these, these areas that you work, Lehigh Acres or Davie or Fort Lauderdale or whatever it may be. And uh, when you do set up those pages, you really want to go after some of these buyer intent keywords like roofing Fort Lauderdale, roofing companies Fort Lauderdale. So say we're wanting to go after, let's just say roofing Fort Lauderdale, right? I would have that as a heading. I would have it within my content. I would even save an image. So instead of this image being saved as a roofing company family, I would save it as roofing Fort Lauderdale or roofing company Fort Lauderdale or what have you. And having that through your content allows you to rank faster and more efficiently. So that would be my first tip. My second tip would be to really build up and grow this Google business profile because you really want to add a variety of different ways to get traffic to your site. When people search, they search differently, right? Some people click on these Google guaranteed, which is a great reason to run local ads. Some people click on Google ads, so it's a great reason to run ads because a certain amount of people will click on them. And then the same with these top 3 Google business profiles. There's 3 here: Paul Bange, a licensed roofing company, Pallets, and they're pulling up to 40% of this traffic by ranking, because that's usually what the Google business profiles do. And there's a certain amount of people that come down here and they want a company close to them. And then these organics can pull, like this first one can pull 31%. So it's really an important way to, or important thing to bring in a variety of different of traffic in a variety of different ways. And how you really build that up: add reviews. The more 5-star reviews, the better. If you can, and there's quite a few ways to do it. Follow up with me on the email, and I'll be happy to share a few tips that can potentially get you, to increase these reviews. But if you can get 1 or 2 reviews a week, you're looking at 100 a year, right? So 50 to 100 a year. So it really help to build that up. And then all this information needs to be pretty consistent through the web. Google wants to make sure that anybody searching on any platform gets the correct information. So, if your hours, for whatever reason, like Saturday and Sunday says you're open 24 hours, if for whatever reason, your web page says something different, or your Yelp page or Angie's List or whatever platform you're on says something different, Google doesn't like that. They want that consistency. And then when you upload images, save them as keywords and then geotag them. So if I wanted to rank for roofing Fort Lauderdale, I would, or well, let's say roofing Davie, Florida, I would save an image as that keyword, and I would geotag it for, say, this location here, and Google will feel that you did that roof or service at that location. So, really important to show Google kind of where you're going and where what areas you work, and it gives them an idea of what to build. And last but not least, really continue to build up the strength of your site. So what strengthens your site is by adding referring domains that send links to your site. And referring domains are just websites that send you links. And typically what you want is you want do follow links. So you want a mixture of both, no follow and do follow, but do follow links are the ones that are going to send you power. And typically what you want to see is 20s, 30s, 40s, and you would like to see a 1-to-1 ratio if possible. And just to show you what that looks like, again, I was talking about Fort Lauderdale. This is Tiger Team. Not quite the 1-to-1 ratio, only in the 20s here. Doesn't have a lot more referring domains or do follow links. They are ranking on 561 keywords, so a little bit more than you, and they're getting almost double the traffic, because and their traffic value is a lot higher. Yours 460, there's a 6,000, because they're getting really great keywords that they're ranking for. So I hope this has been helpful and informative. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions, comments, concerns. We would love to get your feedback. I do have my contact information in the email, so feel free to use that. I also have a link to our Google Calendar. Myself or my business partner, Jackie, would love to get in touch with you at whatever time you put that fits your schedule. So with that, have a great day, and God bless. Thank you.